Hey everybody. So welcome to another rendition of Sensa's Necromancer. Okay, so just so you understand, when I first did this video, I had forgotten to add my audio to it. So I am redoing that. So it's going to probably be a little off center. But bear with me. Hopefully this will get done to the point that you understand it. So basically I am over there. I am killing these goblins, the underwater goblins, and I'll post a link to the gentleman that recommended doing this camp, and he goes into a better, larger detail in regards to how to do that. So that'll be in the description box. So I wanted to basically come here and show you guys how I did it and how it worked for me. As you can see, I'm 50. Some of these guys are green, some are blue, but I managed to get to 51 within 6 hours. I did it in 2 days, so it was 3 hours one day and 3 hours the next. So that's how I had done that. All right, so I'm trying to remember, to be honest, how I managed to do this. I see my cursor going around these guys. So for some reason the second guy didn't aggro when I cast it on him. So I'm just gonna let this go and hopefully be able to explain the next camp. So while that's happening, I have, if you've not been up there, there's 2 tiers. I call it 2 tiers. It's not, people say north wall, south wall, whatever. I say 2 tiers. I'm on the 2nd tier. There's a bunch of goblins on the bottom. I think there's 3 or 4. Here, there's 2 in each corner. So that is 8, right? So I, at this level, I had managed to do all 8. There's a guy below, I think he's 46. He's just doing the little ones, the little spawn, the little group. But I think I would recommend 49 to 50, or maybe 48 to 50 if you're that way inclined. See, we're taking a peek. There's a guy down there. There he is, see. So he's taking the ones down there. Okay, so I recommend doing it at that level. You can get a nice rotation going on, because by the time you do the complete 8, the other ones is started. So you're in a constant flow, so you don't have to worry about anything too much. Okay. I don't know why I keep going crazy with I might have to go and redo this. I don't use too many spells here with these guys, just enough to do the basic damage. It's very creepy coming down here. I was really scared, to be honest with you. I was like, oh my god. It's like the worst feeling for me. You felt claustrophobic. I don't know why. I think if I didn't have the sound, I probably would have been better. But once you get a hang of it, it's really easy to do. So if you're a really petrified person like I am, eventually you'll be used to it, and it won't bother you. And you're only here for a couple of levels, and it's really good experience. So before you know it, you'll be gone. I'm just going to finish this guy off, and then hopefully I'll get into some basic understanding. I'm pointing at that skull earring because that's helped a lot. And if you don't have one, I would recommend, if you had the 3K, to buy it, because it's great. It's a really good investment to have that. So okay, so now we're going around to the next mob. There's 2 here. There's always 2 in each corner. I keep going crazy with this. All right, so what I usually do is I pick one, and then I see one's green and one's blue. So I usually pick the blue one. I would recommend picking the blue one first and rooting him first. You root the blue one first, or whichever one you care to. I usually end up always picking the one that's closest to me. You root, because then the one in the back, as it's coming up, you'll be able to root that one as well, because he'll come at you fast. So let's see what I did. I have not a clue. It's like going back to home movies. Oh, come on, Senssa, just click and stop. It's like, I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to root. And then I'm going to cast that Bat Skull, because that's going to give me an instant cast to cast the next mob. Because normally when you cast, alright, then, here we go. Oh, I do Dooming Darkness first. Yeah, oh, well, that didn't work. I close it. Dooming Darkness first on the first guy. The second guy comes to me, and I root that one. Right. Which, yeah, that didn't work. Now I remember. Duh. So I had to redo that. So it's the next one. I'm such a wump. Okay. So I managed to root them. Fair enoughly, if that's such a word. And I'll just kill these Drain Soul, because they slapped me around a bit. And then I still have Steel Skin, so that must have been the leech. So basically, why I'm killing these things, that Bat Skull Earring, when you cast a spell, right, on the mob, your left hand, all your spells are grayed out. But with that Bat Skull Earring, as soon as you click that, you're ready to instant recast on the mob. So there's no gray out. So it does help if you're killing more than one thing, or if one is hitting you and you need to do a fast cast. So that is a big plus for me. It's helped me with this camp, because you sort of get a rhythm into it. What I would recommend is that if you have your UI set up the way I do, I have my right across from the bat, the earring is the J boots, and then right underneath it is the circle of shadows. Now the problem that I had recently in not killing these guys is that I had the circle of shadow right next to the Bat Skull Earring, and I would accidentally click on the shadow headpiece, and then my pet would die. And I was like, where's my pet go? Where'd my pet go? And I realized that I had been accidentally clicking on the circlet. So don't keep that. If you have that, don't keep that there. So now I try to remember to leave the J boots there, because I had clicked it, got rid of my pet as it was killing something. So went to a bit of a panic mode there, and I blamed the poor shaman for it. Poor guy. I said, did you kill my pet? Anyway, so I apologize for that. Okay, so we're going around the corner here. I tell the pet to follow me, because there's other creatures in the sea. They're not going to attack if you're in range, as long as you're not in range. So it's not bad. Okay, so to get to this real quick, there's two there. There's one, see how there's one hidden? So what I usually do is I hit the one that I see there, and then the other one comes back to me. Okay, so There I go with this shrunken goblin skull earring. So I'm going to root whoever. So the first thing I do is I do the Dooming Darkness. That's what I do. Then I do the fast cast because, oh, duh. Dooming Darkness, let's go. And then the other one comes towards me. I click on him, do the root after he's rooted, and then I do that instant cast again and root the other guy. Run back a little. It's up to you how you want to, what spells, but I'm using Acetol, Drain Soul, Boil Blood, Bond to Death. Yeah. I think I'm going to have to redo this so I can better understand it. Just trying to get to that place was a pain in the butt. So you just, like you normally do, you don't let your pet do more of the damage than it should. And you'll be alright. You'll level really, really quickly. Just always do a camp check, because I started killing these guys not knowing that there was somebody there. I think I just went into panic mode. I saw it and I said, ooh, 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 and I killed one. I apologize. He was nice about it. I love how they swim. I spent a fortune on that steel skin, but it's a lot cheaper than the other one, which uses a peridot. That's way too much. I mean, the loot's not great, but the experience, I think, is absolutely amazing. I did not think I was going to get through 50 that quick. Okay, so here we go again, 2. Ta-da. I use root because it's the lower mana consumption, and it worked. It would break, don't get me wrong, but it was enough to do what I needed to have done to keep me alive, and also to make sure that the mobs didn't kill me. Even though I have Feign Death, I tend to forget that I have it, and I'm like, oh. So it happens. And there's nothing wrong with you feeling the same way. We're all human. Okay. Here I go with the crazy. Okay. So hit the... Alright, so I cast Dooming Darkness on the one closest to me, because that's going to take a while for it to come to me. The one in the back will come quicker, so I root that. See, I hit the scully ring. The instant cast over to root him, and then instant cast again, and root the one with the cascading darkness. So now they're both rooted. What I should do, so I do it here, is the one that doesn't have the cascading darkness, because if that root breaks, he's going to come flying towards me. I learned later to cast the Dooming Darkness. So this is how you do it. You have two there. Pick the one closest to you. Cast Dooming Darkness. Tap on the other one. Cast Root. Then go to the first one and cast Root. Then go back to the one that was flying at you and cast Dooming Darkness. So they both have Dooming. See how he's coming flying at me? Because I never casted Dooming Darkness. So had I done that, he would have taken a long, while to come at me like this guy. And I wouldn't have gotten slapped like a bitch underwater as I do. So that's how you do those. And then it's up to you what spells you want to use to kill them. The main thing here is just the Dooming Darkness and the Root. And then that's it. As I say in Scotland, Bob's your uncle, and they're dead. And just let your pet do half of the damage, and you're good and golden to go on and carry on and do the complete circuit around. So that's how you kill them. I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to ask either on game or in the description box. And until then, play safe, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.